It's a big fat lie that they cannot raise wages. A very depressed friend from a mid-sized company is an accountant, and he told me the following. Last week he was instructed to pay the yearly bonus of the top 10 most important managers. Together it were $2 million. This is a company with around 100 people. If the bonus for the top brass had been just $1 million, every employee could have gotten a raise of $800 per month. If there was no bonus, every employee could have gotten a $1,600 raise, including the managers that get 5 to 10x more than the average employee anyways. And now imagine the bonuses they get at large companies. Instead paying 10 or 20 or 50 million to one guy, 1,000 people could get 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000 more every month. Hell, most people could be working just 20 hours a week and get more than now for 40. There isn't a cost of living crisis. This is a rerun of the class war that was lost in the 1980s. I get paid time and a half for holidays and overtime. And the company still makes money off my labor. Very large corporations further obscure this by using stock option distributions instead of cash bonuses. Can't be posting record profits every quarter if you keep giving decent wage increases year over year. My company did $1 billion in stock buybacks and then in the same meeting told us that they couldn't afford a cost of living increase that would cost tens of millions. But if they raised wages, then they'd make marginally less profit and you wouldn't be as desperate. And then you might not tolerate being treated as human cattle because you wouldn't have to choose between homeless and dignity or slavery and being warm and fed. I was a proponent of capitalism until I became an accountant. Of course it's a lie. Low wages have nothing to do with what a company can afford. How come everyone in the 1950s or whatever was able to buy a house, raise a family and retire off one person's income? It's because it was so uncommon for executives, CEOs, to be making 1,000x more than their workers. Nothing will change until our current government is replaced and they put an end to this greed. I don't have an issue with people being rich. Kudos to them because they earned it. The issue is when they are getting rich while their workforce is in poverty. Cannot equals don't want to. But those CEOs and managers are the real economic producers by making exactly one decision a month. The Container Store laid off a bunch of people. Frontline workers were offered a oh-so-generous 6-week severance package. The few on the corporate team let go. 1 whole year of pay. Totally. The real issue is that CEO salaries are out of control. Started in 1971. https://wtifhappenedin1971.com. They're stealing all the productivity of the working people. In some places they take your hands for stealing. Let's think out loud about this. In the year 2000, you are making $1 million per year as a VIP. Then George Bush pushes through tax cuts, cutting taxes on everyone's income but not equally. After tax rates are cut, if you are making more than $600,000 per year, your taxes would now be 38% lower. If you are making less than $600,000 per year, your taxes would now be 20% lower. Just think about this for a while. And it's crystal clear that the leveling of progressive taxation is simply the government rewarding private sector greed. Trump leveled progressive taxes even more. So no matter how they try to spin it, it's greed. Whenever a corporation informs you they can't raise wages, they actually say, "We can't increase wages without compromising the increased profit margins we sell to our shareholders." coming from two former companies that offered ESOP, employee stock ownership programs, one very small 300 employees, and not public specialty manufacturing company. Wages were adjusted on a biannual basis per industry average of the area. COVID-19 layoff. I still get royalties on jobs from this company that were completed 5+ years ago. Second company, 15,000 worldwide employees and 3,000 at my daily location. ESOP was gifted on a semi-annual basis. Most got one share month with yearly wage increased. Minimum 3%. Today each stock is roughly $200. In 2020 when I started it was $515. Position completed, terminated. 100% companies leverage capitalistic low wages against workers to devalue our human existence. Why does a company of 100 people have 10 managers? That's waste out the wazoo. I did the math. The two biggest employers in America, Walmart and McDonald's, could pay their lowest paid employees $60,000 a year and still be making bank. That's ignoring manipulated profits versus revenue numbers. Don't mind me. Just sitting over here wondering if that's the company I work for. Because I wouldn't be surprised. And it sounds about right. If those at the top of the pyramid scheme would agree to be satisfied living on $1 million a year, more than they could ever need, rather than $10 million a year, those at the bottom and middle could afford to eat.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.